Hey Harley. We got a motor here that's no good, but transmission that's good. Subframe that I think is good. I don't see really any twists or anything into it. Got a rear subframe that is immaculate. Took some time to take this thing out. All of a pre-ran car. But what I want to talk about to you today is there's a show coming up. It's in the USA, and I think I want to run it. So I'm gonna pull a car up. I'm gonna look at the rules a bit to see what I'm allowed to do, and I'm gonna pull a car up. I'm gonna start stripping it. I want something that's not rusty, something that's gonna be an easy build, and something that I can, if the rules allow, put some of my aftermarket parts in, which I think I'm gonna be able to. The wheelbase is, it says no bigger than 107, but talking to a couple people, they tell me Luminas run small car there. So my Avalon is a wheelbase of 107.1, but Luminas are 107.5. So if the Luminas are running mini, that means my Avalon is running mini. So we'll have to see about this puppy. But the disadvantage to this is if I run this, unless I put a 4-cylinder motor into it, I can't really run my aftermarket motor mount or my motor harness or anything like that. So I don't think I'm going to take the Avalon to this show, even though that Avalon is super clean. Super clean. I'm kind of leaning towards one of these two here. The Solera, I don't know if the Solera even runs, but it is very clean. This one here, I do know it runs, and it runs very well, but it's not stripped at all. That car there does not run, so it would need a motor swap. But it's already stripped. Let's take a look at that one. I don't even want to look at this one because this one here is way too rusty to go to the USA, that's for sure. So this one's too rusty. This one here, the frame is, polite word, messed up, so I do not want to take this one at all. This one here, I could pull the motor out. Frame is good. Body is already welded shut, so that kind of saves me a little bit of time. Not the best way to hold it shut, but she's shut. Got to take the dash out. Is the trunk welded shut? I don't think the trunk is welded shut. This one might be a contender. I'm going to have to read the rules, but it's already got somewhat of a cage in it. I don't really think it's the best cage, but it's a cage. I don't know. We'll have to maybe keep this one as a plan once I start reading the rules. That car's got rented out. Like I said, this one here is pooched. Just garbage. This one here is a little rusty, and it does run, but I think the alternator's bad. But the downside to this one is that. So if I'm allowed to shorten up the frame, maybe I might take this one. Maybe. The Lumina, I'd like to take it, but unfortunately, I don't know enough about them to go to a show and compete. This one right here has actually been here for quite some time. Front end is super clean. It's been beat up here for a couple years. Back end's a little rusty. This one here's got some crazy security system into it, I know that. Maybe this one, actually. I forgot about this one. This used to be my pusher car until the battery died in it. This one here is pretty good. How's she look underneath? You know what? It looks fairly clean underneath here. Oh, a little bit right there. Overall, though, it doesn't look that bad. Maybe this might be the one I pull in. This is a V6, and it has a mist because of a bad coil pack. This one here is a V6 because, and it's got half the dash ripped out of it. This is the one I started building my V6 wiring harness on, and I never got too far on because why? Why do I even want to try? But maybe this year. And this one right here is a 4-cylinder Solera. This one here, I believe, has a miss. So, I think it comes down to two. I think it comes down to this rusty one, well, maybe three. This one here, a little rusty, but still a good car. This one here that's rusting the front end, depending what the rules allow, I might be able to take this one because then I can cut the frame shorter. Or the last one over here that has full interior. I do remember that I did sell the exhaust off this one, so it is missing the exhaust, so I can't start it up this early. This one back there, not the two-door one, behind the two-door. So let's go take a look at the rules and see what I'm allowed to do. So I have gone through the rules, and what I've come up with is I think we're going to use this car. The reason that we're going to use this car is because of the front frame damage. There's a lot of rules here in Ontario that says I am not allowed to shorten my frames up. So I can't really use this car in Ontario unless I plan on fixing that and putting it all back together. But this rule, this company here, there is not a single rule stating that I cannot shorten the frame. So my plan is to cut that off square there, cut the rad support out, move the rad support, because it does say in the rules that no body metal can be welded to the bumper other than the frame. So that means I cannot weld the rad support to the bumper. Oh. That means that all this has to be cut out and moved back to come in like this, just so it clears. I know that it is not, what do you call it, going to be very structural once I do that, but it's better than not having anything, right? This is a 2000 or 2001, I don't remember the exact year, so I know that the alternator's seized. I do know that this thing runs, but just not the best. It probably needs a timing belt. As you can see, the squirrels have lived in it. Probably an oil change, maybe a quick tune-up, I don't know. But I think I can get this thing to run just fantastic. Buddy said he took it off the road just because of basically maintenance. Maintenance and rust, I guess. Oh, is that a catalytic converter right there? I'll have to take a look at that. I don't know if that's a cat or not. But anyway, so I think this is the car we're going to choose. You know, dissecting rules is really not one of my strong suits. There's two types of people out there. There's people that read the rules and just kind of go. That's what I think I am. And there's people out there that dissect those rules right down to how they word something and try to push the gray. That is not me. Let's face it, reading's not one of my strong suits. I enjoy hands-on stuff, and this is going to be my hands-on. I'm going to put money down that I'm going to be an underbuilt car going there. That is for sure. But I'm going to have fun, that's for sure. It's 1 week away, and it's a pretty mod show, so this is what we're going to take. I'm going to start this thing up and start dissecting it, park it beside the Fusion, start cutting pieces out, start taking stuff out and filling up the Fusion, getting this thing ready to go in the shop. I'm going to throw a battery into it, see if I can get this thing to fire up, which would be very nice. Very nice. And then go from there, I guess. So let's get going on this. Well, I just took it for a little test drive, and one of the tires is seized up. It looks like it is going to pour rain. So I'm going to get this thing stripped out as best as I can, as fast as I can, just quick smash and grab stuff, and try to get it inside this the Ford 500. And then we'll try to take the car in the shop out, because now it's at a reasonable hour in the morning, so we can do that, and just get this car full. But it started up, no problems, it moves, no problems. I'm quite happy about that. So yeah, I think this is going to be a great car. It's not exactly the cleanest, but hey, it's still a Camry. Got to use her up. Now I can finally find a place to run this thing. So we're going to get this thing stripped. I'm not going to have the camera subjected to the rain. So thanks everybody for watching. And you can see it coming down now. Look at the windshield. We'll get this thing stripped and we'll get it back in the shop. And see you guys back here tomorrow on tomorrow's video. So thank you very much for watching. See you guys later.